See how sensitive it is?
Boom.
Hello and boom, and welcome to another episode of the Celluloid Misfits. Today we are covering Jeepers Creepers.
Yes.
From 2001. So we're almost hitting the 20-year anniversary. We should have saved it, had we thought.
I know, yeah. We didn't think.
We didn't think. We never do.
No, we just wing it.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Well, so this is I can't say a favourite of mine, but I do really enjoy it. I enjoy part 2.
Yeah.
Mostly because there's a lot of hot guys in it. And part 3, I tried to watch, but I couldn't get through.
No, I didn't get
which
through it
went
either.
straight to video and streaming services. But yeah, what age would you have been about when this came out?
I was 12,
Oh,
so
right.
I actually snuck into the film, into the theatre to see this.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Because it was rated 15, obviously, so...
Just noticing how terrible that title sequence was there.
Yeah.
Very cheap.
So, yeah, but I mean, they did have their budget cut, actually.
Oh, they did?
Slashed, yeah, so they went from a 42-day shoot down to 35 days.
Right, okay.
So they probably had to save somewhere. But no, I liked when this movie came out because it came out at the same time, at that kind of resurgence of teen horror dramas.
Yes.
You know, like I know you did last summer, Scream, Faculty, Valentine, Urban Legend, and then along comes Jeepers Creepers, which was actually...
Differed a bit.
It differed quite a substantial amount when you think about it. Not only was it a massive sleeper hit, like it was a big box office draw for American Zoetrope, but it also featured, from my recollection, one of the first pairings of a couple in a movie that weren't in a relationship. Oh. They're brother and sister.
Oh, who? These two?
Yeah, they're brother and sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Because I did kind of fancy him.
Justin Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin Long and Jane Phillips, they're playing brother and sister in this, and apparently Victor Salva deliberately wrote it this way to kind of take any sexual tension away. It was just about focusing on them escaping the creeper.
Yes, yeah.
Which it was a clever movie.
Okay, so I like that. So, yeah, okay. I totally forgot. I mean, it's been such a long time since I've seen it. I mean, this reminded me of that Wrong Turn as well. Would have come out around the same time.
Yeah, I think Wrong Turn was 2003.
Yeah,
maybe.
And that I love Wrong Turn.
Yeah,
because
we should cover it at some stage.
I was in that position at one stage, but
Yeah.
I will save that for the commentary.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Because I was in a tricky redneck position when I was at summer camp.
This already sounds intriguing.
Oh, trust me. So yes, this Justin Long would this have been one of his earliest roles?
One of his first, yeah. One of his very, very early roles. He hadn't really done an awful lot up to this stage, but this was the film that kind of did launch his career.
Yeah. Did it run for long?
His career, but he's still acting today.
Yeah.
So, you know...
Because I think the last thing I saw him in was it Dodgeball, possibly?
Oh my god, I forgot he was in Dodgeball.
Yeah, I think that was probably the last thing I saw him in.
I mean, he's done quite a bit. I mean, Gina Phillips there hasn't really done very much. I mean, she is rumoured to be returning for the next Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, right, okay.
To reprise her role, but...
As in part 4?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. But Justin Long, I mean, he's voicing one of the characters in F is for Family on Netflix. And things like that there, and he's been in a lot of television shows and that, but his last kind of, I think, big film was probably
There we have the first glimpse of the truck.
The truck coming up the back there. This is really, to me, this is real independent filmmaking.
Yeah.
This is do the best with what you've got and make the most of it. And this scene, for me, I mean, this whole film, it does towards the end for me get a little bit kind of woo, but
just a little woo.
I mean, the build up to this moment, genius. It reminds me of Jewel.
Oh yeah,
by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. But that's a classic.
Yeah.
My goodness.
That's it's taking us back, isn't it? Really? I mean, I wasn't alive whenever that film came out, but I have seen it, obviously.
No, it is very good.
Yeah. But I really liked how they did this and used the camera so well.
Yeah. It does have, I mean, if this was made in the 70s, I think it would even been a bigger hit today than it would be than it was.
It has that Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah. Definitely.
Beating you.
Ooh, yeah.
Or be eating you.
Be eating you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that they did this little thing. Funny, after this film came out, then when I learned to drive a number of years later, we used to play this game.
Oh, right.
So if people did have like funny
number plates,
we tried to kind of come up with a thing that went with their number plate. It wasn't quite as successful because in America they get so many random, number plates designed.
And that line there, the vehicle of choice for a serial killer.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's kind of spot on.
It's very very meta, isn't it?
Yeah.
They know. It's one of those situations in a horror movie that it doesn't try and be meta, but it kind of does come across in that way that they know.
Of
like
course.
they make reference to in a horror film when someone does this they die. But they still do it, and it's like Sydney in Scream.
It's almost,
she's
almost tongue in cheek.
Yeah. It's like Sydney in Scream, whenever she's like, I don't watch those shows because the girl's always running up the stairs when she should be running out the front door. It's insulting. And they do it, but it's written so very, very well. And I know that this was Salva's first screenplay in 10 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He had written and directed a movie called Clown.
I don't think I've seen that.
About two, young boys who are chased by this killer clown, and he was accused of sexual harassment, sexual assault on the two boys during the making of the film. So Salva was kind of put on the Hollywood blacklist for many, many years, and then managed to get American Zoetrope to finance this film.
My goodness.
For him.
Okay, interesting.
As his comeback movie, and I think a lot of people still have very mixed feelings when they watch this film because they're kind of like, should we be supporting it or not? But as you know, you've got to you can separate the person from the art.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody would have made it.
Somebody would have made this, whether Salva directed it himself or not.
Yeah.
Someone would have taken his script probably because it is quite
there's
clever.
There's a lot worse people in Hollywood who are still making movies that we watch today. So
yeah. But
you're facing the wrong way, man.
Yeah.
It's very, like the whole setting of it, and the same with part two. It's this whole kind of out in the middle of nowhere approach, and I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know where this was filmed though.
Florida.
Oh, it was Florida. Yeah. I was going to say it has similarities to down south. So, yeah, and especially with the moss there, the tree, the Spanish moss and the trees.
Yes, it was filmed in Florida.
Oh! Sorry,
what?
Wasn't EO also? I'm just thinking. Going back to Justin Long quickly, he was in that Die Hard movie.
Yes, Live Free. That's what I was going to say. His last kind of notable film was Live Free to Die Hard.
Was he in? Was it the fifth one, or the fourth one?
That was the fourth.
Fourth.
Yeah. Actually, I don't remember. No, he was. He was in the fourth because there's only been 5. He's in the fourth movie. Yes.
Nobody really wants to admit that they've seen the fifth one.
Yeah.
I suppose. So, the creature effects, if I can remember correctly, good friend Barry Anderson was involved in that, in the designing of the creature, or the making of his effects, and Barry made these for me. You see these hand awards?
Oh yeah.
He was at the Freak Show Horror Film Festival. He made the awards back then that we had won for some of our movies, and he also did some of the effects makeup on Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead, and Hairspray with John Travolta.
Oh my god.
And quite a lot more, actually. Quite a bit more. But yes, sir, I do remember him talking to me about this and being involved with the creature, either design or makeup. But this, it's funny, but when you watch movies like this, and then as a visitor to these states, I love that, the tossing of the body down the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, apparently, actually, this here moment, from, if memory serves me correctly, Victor Salva has always kind of maintained that the legend of the Creeper is, it's fiction.
Yes,
it's not based on anything in particular.
Yeah.
But the actual dumping down the church well was inspired by Dennis Depew, who was a former Michigan property assessor, who murdered his wife and was seen by witnesses near an old schoolhouse with a bloody sheet throwing the body down.
Dumping her?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was in 1987. Well,
I mean, to be honest, with them driving... Oh, here it comes. When they drove past there and saw him doing that, that would be quite a terrifying... That's the kind of sight that would make you go cold.
I mean, it would make you, like, literally just the blood drain from your body.
Because he's even without seeing the creature effects on him, just that get up with the long coat, the hat and everything.
Yeah, but it's a very clever manipulation, isn't it? Because whenever I remember going to see this film and thinking, oh, this is going to be like Roadkill or Road Games. It's going to be some crazy guy in a truck.
Yeah. And
then you get this big reveal, which comes a wee bit later.
Yeah.
That it's not. It's actually some fucking demonic creature.
It is a creature,
who has to come out of the pit to eat body parts.
But does he do as much of the driving and as much of the collecting in part 2?
He does more killing in part 2.
But he's more of a winged creature in part 2.
He's more of a winged creature
because there's no need to build up that surprise, that suspense.
We already know this by the time we get to Jeepers Creepers 2. And by the time we get there, you know, they can play around with the creeper much more, and that's one of the things I liked about the second one, is that
I love how the back of his car is not damaged.
I know.
At all.
I know. That's a Chevy Impala for you. Woo! I mean, listen. The brothers in Supernatural have been driving theirs for 14 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And look at the shit that they've been through, and it's survived. True. So a little dent from a big rusty truck isn't going to do anything.
Yeah, like you do see it fold in there actually. So small blips, small flaws, obviously. She has to fix her hair for sure.
I love the birds. There it is, the birds. Was she fixing her hair?
Yeah, she was fixing her hair whenever the car came to a stop. It actually wasn't even her because her.
Well, here she goes again because she does the hair.
The person that stopped in the car there had almost curly hair compared to her. So
look, there she goes.
There you go. Oh, okay. So small, let's say, independent flaws as such with editing.
Yeah. But now the car's wrecked.
But we're not judging. Yeah, look at this.
And we're going to use my almost pink underwear.
Yeah.
To strap the car together. As you do. It has... Do you know what? It feels like it shouldn't even be set in 2001.
It should be set in the 70s.
It should be set in the 70s.
Yeah. Or
and
early
maybe
80s.
I don't actually know when it's supposed to be set, but...
Well, it does has that vibe of that early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And she pulled out a mobile there. So I don't think it is set.
No, of course not. No.
But...
It's 2001.
It's definitely dressed to be that...
Yeah, as an homage.
Yes.
Homage.
It is, yeah.
My whistle. Yes, as an homage to those early films.
So they want to go back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the moment that they decide
because that's
to go back.
Would you do that?
Would I fuck George? Would I go back after seeing someone dump a body down a well?
I would be up for that, and then Kenny...
No. Okay,
my husband would divorce me right there over the car.
You know me. I'm all down for ghosts and all this kind of thing, and if it was like, oh, this place is haunted, let's go.
Yeah.
100%. If I seen a guy dumping what I thought was a body down a well, I'd be like, we're getting the F... And he's just rammed my car. I'd be like, we're getting the F out of here. I would be the Trish in this situation. You'd be the Dari going, let's go back and have a look. I'd be like, bullshit.
Yeah. No, thank you. She actually doesn't look like she cares any. She looks a wee bit, bar the mouth, like your girl from Bridesmaids by...
Rose Byrne?
Yes. She
not
has
even.
Similar eyes there.
Yeah, maybe, way back.
Not even, yeah. Maybe.
Maybe way back. Yeah, I wouldn't get out of the car either, Trish. Don't worry about it.
I don't know, I think it could be quite exciting.
No, absolutely not. You'd need to have me smoking like grass for at least 10 hours prior to even think that was going to be a beneficial
We wouldn't
idea.
have that time. If somebody could still be alive, we would need to go back straight away to help them.
Yeah, but wrapped in a sheet, do you think anybody's going to be alive? Well, it turns out that whenever they go down, exactly. He is actually still breathing, but I mean...
But there is places like this. We've driven past places like this in Florida, and when you see
Louisiana,
movies like... when you see places like this, or movies like this, and you drive to these places, it does send a wee chill down your back, because, I mean, there's a lot of fucking weirdos out there.
Yeah.
But you just can't help but think back to these kind of movies where you've seen what goes on.
Yeah. No, you do. You 100% do. Think I love this shot. This is one of my favourite shots.
Yeah.
For them to pick up this, and just at that moment, it is so perfectly... Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Such a well done shot.
Yeah.
There's our budget.
That was it. That was the crane hire for the day. Yeah, we needed
to get the cherry picker out, so we'll get it and do it. And I love that they have these crows. I mean, hello, what's with all the birds, Trish? How many horror movies have you seen in your life? Look at that.
You wouldn't want to peek in there?
No, would I? Fuck. Not after saying that. If I driving down a highway, coming across that, and if you were like, oh yeah, let's stop and have a look, I'd be like, okay, cool. But after witnessing what I think is a body being thrown down, no way.
It's the fact that
I'd be straight out of state in 5 seconds.
It's the fact that when he was throwing them down, he was just doing it so, like, willy-nilly. He didn't, but he was chucking them. There was no weight to them.
No.
Which shows how powerful he is.
Yes,
but,
this man is, that he was just kind of lifting and throwing.
Yeah, just hurled it on down there. Oh, yeah.
And I do love these, like, great homage shots to, like, this backward where it follows the characters to the destination, the way they did in Texas Chainsaw Massacre with one of the characters, and she's like comes upon the house and it kind of follows her through the woods to the house, and I love this shot.
It is lovely. That would have been a great poster shot.
It was on the poster.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the tunnel thing was on the poster originally when it came out. So yeah.
Hello.
I know, right?
Hello.
Anybody down there? I mean,
would you not shout yourself?
Yeah, hello. Yes.
Answered?
Yeah, right. You'd be like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?"
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you would definitely. Oh, he did. He heard something. Yeah.
But Salvador, I mean, he specifically wanted a countryside setting, because he wanted the film to have an eerie quality.
Yeah. It does definitely. I mean, I'm surprised.
He did say that some of the Florida shooting locations were far too beautiful.
Oh, aye.
So they really had to kind of look for locations which were. They had to darken down a lot of these things, which I don't think is very well known. The Scream Factory did release there recently a special collector's edition of the two movies, and I've listened to the commentaries, but I don't think that they talked about the fact that all of these things, they look kind of spooky in the film, but they actually had to deliberately darken them in post or try and get them at a certain time of day,
dirty them up
to make them look. No, well, the things were dirty.
Oh, the houses were as seen.
But they had to, because it looked so pretty, because it's so bright and sunny.
Yeah. Oh,
they had to darken it,
Okay.
Which I kind of like.
Yeah.
Because you would not. That doesn't scream Florida to me.
No.
It just kind of screams backwoods,
the vegetation
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Bayou, New Orleans.
But that's where a lot of horror movies are set.
Yeah, because the setting works.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, it's a couple of rats.
Yeah, but hang on, I would be just like him.
I wouldn't. I'd be like,
oh fuck! Imagine that. Like,
now I like this shot coming up to. I like this.
Oh,
I like this.
Yes. Oh.
Great moment. Looks really painful. But it's kind of nice we shot.
His abs out there, you see?
Yeah. And his wee rose
tattoo. That's right. Yes.
I'd be like, bye!
Oh, Jesus.
See you later.
Looks like he fell into a bucket of rust.
Doesn't it, actually?
But interesting enough, none of the bodies are there. I would have had him land on the bodies, because the bodies are dead, and when they hit there, they should be lying.
They should be lying exactly where he fell.
Yeah. Okay, so there's another wee flaw.
Yeah. Oh, but he remembered he cut his hand and lost his shave.
Hello. Yeah, he should have definitely landed on the bodies.
Yeah, but then it kind of takes away this moment coming up here where he kind of then realizes, holy shit.
Yeah.
What have I got myself into?
And how can I get out? It's not something I would imagine would be a fun place to be.
Down in the cellar of a church.
Down in the middle of an unknown place, in the dark, where you think you've just seen bodies go.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it would be exciting to look down the pipe, but would it be exciting to be in there? No.
Well, you know what? If you've gone to the trouble to look down it, you might as well take the dive.
He might as well just go for it.
Although I do love how he went head first down into that pipe and then all of a sudden he's
came
like
out
falling,
on his back in slow motion. Yeah.
There we are.
There we go.
The big reveal.
So it must have rolled.
Yes, it's fallen and rolled. We'll say that.
In a very
it's a logical.
very odd angle, but still. Ooh, I found it.
Look at the look on his face.
I know. He does carry a lot of looks of surprise in his movies, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think they like that wide-eyed kind of look he gives.
Yeah. I know this is like the build-up of suspense and what's going to happen. We know exactly this. Suspenders, hey.
We do know what's going to happen. Would you open it? Would you untie the rope and see if somebody's in there? Or who's in there, sorry?
Nope.
Really?
No.
No, I think I'd like to know.
No, I mean, I wouldn't even have gone back.
Yeah, of course.
So, I don't think I would let I want to know how his arm got out there.
Yeah, right.
Because it was like, what the fuck?
Oh, hello.
I mean, he's so very alive here, it's almost like...
Yeah.
Where were you fucking 10 minutes ago when we were calling your name?
And there was a sign, somebody did reply, right?
Yes, he said, I think somebody's down there, yeah.
Oh, hello. It's my ex-boyfriend.
That guy looks cute. Like a corpse.
Doesn't he? It's a bit white, a bit pale on it.
Look at him, he just looks so like unbelievably shocked by...
Oh yes, I do remember now, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course. I don't know if this subconsciously inspired me to do that scene in Battle of the Bone where we stick the bag of drugs into the corpse's stomach that creates the first zombie.
Yeah.
But it was all tied up with rope as well. So it was stitched with rope. Help me.
But I do like that this movie kind of has that urban legend of Kenny and Darla, you know, the prom king and queen, her driving along the road and have gone disappeared and no one ever knew what happened to them, and then he's fallen down this well. I actually really like this set coming up. Do you remember this set?
I don't remember, no.
Okay. With all the bodies in the walls? Like the walls are all made of bodies?
No.
Yeah,
Can't
you'll
remember.
see it here.
I'll
say when it comes
I
up.
know once I see it, yeah. It's been such a long time since... Again, it's a film I enjoy, but
yeah.
I've just had so much to watch over the last lot of years that I've never went back to it. And then it's hard to get Kenny to watch a horror movie now, because apparently I scare
Because we
him
keep
too
tricking
much.
him into thinking that he's not going to see a horror movie, and then he ends up shitting himself.
We should send him to see Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Is it?
You'll never go back to the
So she could be, theoretically, she could be bucking a rope down there, tying it to the back of the car.
Theoretically, she could be doing a lot of shit
Yeah.
right now, and she's not. She's just standing there.
You just want to see an arm grab her, don't you?
Oh, that would have been such a twist moment.
Yeah. And chuck her on down. I think would have been nice. Grab her by the back of her head, smack her face off the pipe there, and then chuck her down.
Oh, nice.
No, not that I'm again, you know.
There's a couple of other like nice shots here where she's like looking up at the church and things.
So obviously part 2. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, George, you're that interested?
I am that interested. I had a very early morning getting the kids up for school. But the sequel obviously had a bit more of a budget.
Yeah. Because this was such a success.
Yeah.
They were able to...
Bigger cast and whatnot.
Yeah, more cast, bigger effects, bigger action. I mean, the whole bus flip and everything,
yes,
or the car flip, was
but the big, yes,
incredible.
remember the bus scene as well.
Yeah.
With, well, of course you remember that because that's where all the guys were.
Yeah.
But I think there's such a difference between the both of them.
Yeah.
And I think also, and knowing from not having budgets to when we're shooting our movies, that you've got to be more creative. And I think with this one, there's a lot more creativity put into its shots and how it's
much more innovation
executed. Yeah, whereas the sequel became then a bit more of a
lazy Hollywood horror.
Yeah,
film.
like a kind of a bigger horror, but done the typical formulaic
way.
Yeah, and I think I mean, I think that's what kind of makes them two totally different movies.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot here within this film. I mean, this is a very well constructed set piece. You know, it's obviously got.
It's lovely, the carving.
Yeah,
I don't remember
I mean, it's got all these things that are lit purely by the, that are lit, and here's the moment where we find out that the walls. Are covered in bodies.
Oh yeah!
I love how they did this. Absolutely brilliant. And that's what I'm saying. That there's obviously an awful lot has gone into this. And we only are seeing glimpses of it.
Yeah, yeah. I would imagine that perhaps for next year, for its 20th anniversary, that somebody like, let's say Netflix, may pick it up as a series of an ongoing story or something like that. And I would be interested to delve into that, you know, to see a bit more background on the monster and the creature and
its mythology.
Yeah,
where
just
it came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like that too, because there's clearly much more. I mean, they've tried to do it with Alien and have kind of messed up a little bit with Prometheus and Covenant, but where they've tried to explain where the creature comes from. I think part of what made Alien so fascinating was that we didn't know.
Yes, we didn't really need to know.
Yeah, we didn't need to know. It was just so horrifying, you know, to think that these things existed in outer space.
Prometheus, I did thoroughly enjoy visually. It was amazing, and I liked the idea of what was going on there, but...
Yeah. I think that's what's happened. That's what could happen with Jeepers Creepers, is that they could... Sometimes it's best that you just don't know what this creature is. Sometimes it's best to not have any exposition, have no backstory on characters. It's something that they did with Freddy, with Jason, with Michael.
Yeah. And
they lose that kind of...
Well, Freddy, they did The New Nightmare, where they brought Robert Englund, you know, onto the set, and they completely... This was after they established who Freddy was, obviously, for 5 or 6 movies. And then by the 7th movie, we're able to totally break the fourth wall there. And
and it was fantastically well done.
It's one of my favourites.
I mean, New Nightmare is the second best sequel in the franchise. So here's Kenny and Darla.
Oh,
so he's finally discovered what has happened to them.
Yeah. My goodness. He's like leather, isn't he?
Yeah. But, I mean, it's part of why I think that it just doesn't work too great whenever they try and explain too much.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's better
unless they just go for a remake, but as a series, you know.
But would you want all of that kind of...
Well, I mean, I just think that's the way a lot of things are going. A lot of
people need
movies and that binging, and you know, there's more like, look at the K-dramas, you know, they spread them out so well that you get so much from them that
but what I mean with this genre, horror, you're supposed to be afraid. You're not supposed to know what's happening or what's coming. Like, for example, with this another great shot where we don't even know, is this the van? What's happening? You know, with these things, it's all about inducing fear and getting your adrenaline rushing. Whenever you try too hard to explain something, you lose that.
You kind of need to get that from the start, I suppose.
And that's why Jeepers Creepers 2, in a way, it's fun for me, but it's not as scary. This film would have, at the time that I watched it, it elicited quite a bit of dread, because it was like, oh my god, get out of there, quick. But then with the second one, it was just good fun. You know, because they were like, oh, this is who the creeper is, and this is what he does, and this is blah, blah, blah. And it was like, okay, right, well, we now know what he does.
Yeah, now we're ready to see people just get killed.
Yeah, we just want to see people get killed.
Yeah.
Whereas it always works so much better whenever you don't know. It's a total I know what you did last summer moment. You know, that moment when Anne Hesh bangs on the window.
Oh, look at him. God damn it, Derry.
I mean, I'd be shitting my pants. I'd be out of the car and having a bit of throat. It's the fact that
he's still standing there.
I know.
Just get into the car, would you?
I know.
Oh, Derry. Honestly.
And it's quite... Oh, there's the rain. Do you see the rain coming?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Great highway.
Lovely shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So he's obviously in shock now. That's you know, that's a good reason just to keep driving to the next state.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
No. They don't learn.
Just couldn't be that easy.
It's like, let's get...
Physical.
I wanna get... Oh.
Nearly out of gas.
Cliche. It is though, right?
It is. And it's kind of maybe one of the...
Hurt Willa?
Well, she might. It's one of the sort of first cliches, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
Run out of gas.
Yeah. Well, actually, her mobile phone had a low signal, so that's the second.
Oh, yeah.
Or low battery. Sorry, low
battery.
Or
no signal. Is it no signal or low battery?
Probably both. That happened to me when I was at the top of the mountain, sleeved on and broke my ankle. And then
shit.
I was hanging there on a rock, and I could see the people down below, like just as little ants. And then the fog rolled in, which was hilarious. I started laughing about that, and meanwhile my ankle was swelling. Then I pulled out my phone, no signal. It was just like pure cliche moments and hilarious. So I couldn't phone for help. I had to hobble down the mountain.
Christ almighty.
Yeah, he didn't help either.
And that's why you use a stick.
That's why you use a stick.
Actually, Jeepers Creepers was, interestingly enough, used as a politer way of saying Jesus Christ.
Right.
And then Jiminy Cricket came in.
Oh,
there you go.
Jeepers.
That's just a wee little factoid that I know.
There you go.
Yeah, people would have been like, oh, Jeepers Creepers is in Jesus Christ, JC.
Yes,
yeah. Instead of saying Jesus Christ and using them derogatorily, it said Jeepers Creepers.
Depends what side of the tracks you're from.
Well, that's true, doesn't it?
Jeepers Creepers is just much too long to say.
Yeah. Why say Jesus Christ when we can spice it up and say Jeepers Creepers?
Oh, dear Lord. I can't get over it, actually. Oh.
There he's going back. Shit.
It is a crazy wee truck, like, isn't it?
That was actually the truck itself. Was owned by a private collector in Maryland.
Right.
And he kept it in storage, that truck.
Did he collect cars by serial killers?
Well, I don't... Yeah, he probably was one. Yeah. And he's probably one of these unsolved mysteries guys. But he had collected... He collected the truck and then loaned it out to... He kept it in storage waiting for them to film Jeepers Creepers 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
So it's the truck in Jeepers Creepers 3 is the original truck that we see here.
Ah.
Which is interesting. I always find.
Maybe I'll give Jeepers 3 another shot.
I wouldn't.
No. It was hard even the first time. I think I got about 30 minutes in.
Now, in the like House of Pain type thing there, Victor Salva is actually one of the bodies in the walls.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Probably where he deserves to be for...
What he did.
We did say we wouldn't judge. But still. Yeah. Interesting. I do like my director's cameos.
Yeah.
Personally.
And who was famous for that?
Me?
Well, you, but I mean, come on. Who else was famous for it?
Oh, we've got lots. There's obviously
Mr.
Hitchcock and Peter Jackson does it quite a bit, and
Tom Savini appears like in every film he's done effects for.
He's a pain in the arse.
Oh my god.
He is a pain in the arse. Ignoramus. That's on a personal account. Yeah, and a lot of Hong Kong directors also cameo.
Yeah.
But most of them don't tie themselves to a ceiling with, barbed wire and leather skin. Oh, a sigh. This is an interesting phone call. Well, this is the medium.
This is the...
Is it a medium?
Yes, this is... Well, she's... Yeah.
Or a large.
Future seer or whatever.
Yes. In the House of Pain.
I think that... what's the character called? The woman that he's speaking to?
The Oracle? Oh no, that was the Matrix.
It's not was the Matrix. You're getting your films all confused. Whatever her name is, they had actually wanted Tina Turner. I read this to play that part. I mean, I don't know how the fuck they were going to pay Tina Turner to play.
She is simply the best, isn't she?
She is.
That would have been interesting. I think it would have.
Too many steamy windows, though.
Yeah, well, I have spent the night with her. I think that would have ruined it. Not in the sense that she is terrible in any way.
No.
I think she's too big for something like that.
I agree.
I think it would have totally taken away from that independent feel we've got going on here, and people would have been going to see Tina Turner, and that would have been it.
Yeah, so this is where he's beating you, and she's now saying think about the thing, eating you, and she's
beating you. Where'd you get those eyes? I did enjoy that. I do enjoy that song.
You hear that song, you run, and I mean run.
Yeah. Look at he's so like he does.
So the relevance of it. Oh, sorry. The relevance of the song is she has foreseen something bad, and at the end of the film, which we'll get to, obviously, the song that's playing over him as he's being cut apart is Jeepers Creepers. Yeah. So she's predicted that if he hears this song, he's in shit. So get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
But he's not really kind of taken on board what that means, as none of us really would.
No, that's the thing. Everyone would ignore that advice, wouldn't they, really? If somebody called you out of the blue?
No. If someone called me out of the blue and said, you hear this song, you run, I run.
Well, I must remember that, and sometime I will.
Don't fucking do it to me, George. Because I'll end up in God knows where.
What's the UK number? Oh, hello, Justin.
This was his first. He was 22 when he made this.
First legal.
Major role.
But he's.
That's what Victor says. Dear. God forgive me.
God forgive you. Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if I got a phone call like that, I'd just laugh and hang up.
Yeah, but that's
even but knowing, obviously knowing what I know and all that, but it still would be, this is just too odd. Now, had all that shit happened to me beforehand,
yes,
I might be in a state of shock to take that into account.
Yeah.
But if it was just randomly when you're doing your housework or, somebody phones. Yeah. Brandon.
Kenny Brandon.
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 So this is where obviously the cops go to search, isn't it?
I don't even think that they get the opportunity.
Okay.
Petrified wood. Which is very possible today. You can preserve bodies if you know what you're doing.
Do you know what you're doing?
I personally don't. That is not an admission of guilt in any way, shape, or form.
I'm glad you
disclaimer.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched enough crime shows to know that bodies can be preserved in different ways. So the fact that this hick police guy is like, oh, they'd have been bones by now, is kind of like, well, actually, you're not very good at your job.
Yeah. This is kind of like... obviously, we covered Skinned Alive.
Yeah, Skin Deep.
Skinned Alive is a completely different evening I had last week. But, Skin Deep. And it, I guess, on a completely different level, but was a similar kind of, storyline.
Just not as well done.
No, definitely not.
Great shot.
Oh, man. Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Especially when you've just come out of the airport.
And you see your car all turned over like that. Get to your car and you're like, oh shit, someone's been in my car.
You get to security and all your luggage has been emptied.
Yeah.
Sniffing that laundry. Well, there's a few
I've seen what he was putting into those bags.
Yeah.
I would not put anything like that under my nose.
There's a few people I know that would be sniffing his laundry.
Oh, but we won't go into that.
We won't go into that because we don't want to get them arrested.
No.
But you imagine looking out the window there of that diner and seeing that big winged thing sitting on your roof sniffing your undies.
But they wouldn't have seen it winged.
They wouldn't have. Well, I mean...
Because he didn't say, he just said a guy.
Yeah, I suppose. That's hilarious.
I know, who writes their name on their underwear? That to me screams serial killer.
I haven't done that now, or had that done to my underwear, or not even my underwear, sorry, just my clothes in general since early primary school.
I've never had my name written on my clothes ever.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I think I'm pretty sure I know what my own clothes look like.
Yeah, but when you've all got the same school uniform, do you know what I mean?
No.
No.
Well, there was only me and my sister, so there was only 2 uniforms, and they were very different.
I mean, in school, if you're in PE or something.
Oh no, you have your hanger.
Oh, do you? You went to school way after I did. Way after I did.
So it's very much. I think that's weird. And is it just me, or has it flipped round?
Yeah.
Oh no, it hasn't. Sorry, no, it hasn't. It's
okay. It's just it not as, actually. It doesn't look as damaged again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. What do you see?
What a shirt.
What do you see? Full truck. Full truck.
Fuck truck. So this is them heading back. He's taking them back to the church and things start to go batshit cry.
Yes. Because that's what you would do.
Of course you would.
I mean, if you were a major fan, as you are, a major fan of horror movies.
Yes, I am.
And you know those kind of like the laws of... the horror movie as to, you know, the cliches as such. Mm-hmm. Would you...
There are certain rules that one must abide by to survive a horror movie.
So would you take the cops knowing that they're going to get probably...
No. I'd be like, here's where it is. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I'm away. On, yeah.
Because I've got a therapist to go see first thing on Monday morning after what I've just witnessed. There's no way I would take them back. I mean, I'd be like, I'd go to the police station and say, "I'll wait here. I'm not taking you back there."
The fact that they're from there and they should know
the incest capital.
Yeah, but they should know the location that the kids are talking about. They should, you know, they should be able to go to that place.
They should, 100%.
And there has got to be in reality, a lot more witnesses than just these two. Mm-hmm. To this manic truck flying up and down the same road.
Especially if he's like bashing into people. Someone's bound to have phoned prior and been like, there's some crazy bastard. Unless they didn't survive.
Well, that's very true.
So.
Oh, here we go. Creepers.
It's like a much more
the
jazzed up version.
Yeah. Where'd you get those eyes? This is the remix. These kids say the vehicle chased him. So, he looks quite angry, doesn't he? Like, he looks like the creature is in him.
Yeah.
Ready to burst out of his skin. Oh,
see, and here, again, great use of the scenario, the setup.
There's quite a few of these car shots, so there's what's going on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of what I think makes it work so well.
Yeah.
Would I stick my head out that window in a moving car? I want to know where she went to.
Oh, why would...
I wish that... Yeah, see, this is all the trickery. Sorry, excuse me.
The trickery? Oh, excuse you.
Sorry, bless me.
Bless in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Jeepers.
This is all part of the trickery. Why does he need an axe?
Yeah.
We still don't know yet.
Yeah.
What he is.
Personally, I wouldn't have given him an axe just there. What I would have had him grab the guy's head there and just take his neck off on the roof.
Yeah.
That would have been so effective.
Use the metal.
Yeah.
And they cut away from it, which is a bit of a shame. I do love a good gore effect, but you do know what Hollywood is like. Whenever you have a movie that's too gratuitous in one way or another, they tend to drop it with an R rating, which never does very well. Or an NC-17, depending on what it's like. And it's the same here. An 18 rated movie is not going to do as well as a 15 rated movie.
Ticket sales.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate, because that would have been much more fun.
Yeah.
In a weird way. But yeah, I think just seeing him use that roof as the actual decapitation device would have been wonderful.
37 Central?
37. Does the head come back here?
And they're not even 037 or 607. Did she say 037?
037?
Yeah. Does he come back?
No, the head.
Yes, we find out what happens to the head here.
I thought so, yeah. That's definitely what I would have done there. Oh, no, hang on. Totally not what I would have done. He's in the car.
No, he's not.
He's not?
No.
The creature?
Didn't think the creature's in the car at all.
You just saw his hair.
Oh, did you? Oh, he is in the car. Oh.
Yeah. No, what I was thinking would have been great was if he had flown over the top of them and dropped the head down on the roof.
I mean, again, do you know what? I think that there is formulas in certain movies that have to be followed in order for them to be entertaining. However, you would just love to make a horror movie that's like 3 seconds long. They see something, they're just like, see ya, you know? Do everything that you should do.
Now you run like fuck.
Now he's going to give him some good head here.
Woo! Yes, he's just going to neck it.
He is.
Hello, ladies.
I know.
Oh, is this the big tongue scene?
This is the tongue scene. I quite like this effect.
Yeah, and the board behind.
Yeah.
The advertisement behind.
Tastes darn good.
Very good. Oh.
Get a good sniff of that.
Reminds me of my ex.
Oh, Jesus. What is that? See, they're still not entirely sure what it is, because he does look odd, but you're like, what, is he wearing a mask?
Yeah.
What's going on here? You're still quite confused.
And that hair's thinning, you need to cut it.
No, there was an actual reason for this scene. Again, I don't know. It wasn't covered in the commentaries on the special edition DVDs or Blu-rays, but there was a purpose to this scene. So obviously he eats body parts to be able to regenerate the parts that he needs.
Right.
Right? So he's eating the tongue from the cop.
Yeah.
And after he did that, I love that moment, just that big long tongue. But what makes it even funnier is that tongue actually should be right down his throat and he's cut off at the neck. But anyway, so now they drive off. But that was actually supposed to lead up to the only line of dialogue that Jonathan Breck, who plays the Creeper, had in the entire movie, and they cut up.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So they actually left him completely voiceless.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which is much more effective, actually.
Yeah, well,
but the
I
point,
can't imagine him speaking English for some reason.
No. But it's kind of like, you're still very much like, is he a man or what is he? But I did...
Yeah, there's a lot of manly moments from him there, like that example with the hat going on.
Yeah.
Too human.
I love this.
Yeah.
See you head. But I like that they kept the moment in with the tongue, but I think you're kind of, when you realise why the Creeper does what he does and for the reasons that he does it, it's kind of like, why did he eat the tongue if he's not going to talk? You know, but that was the reason behind it, so they cut out that one line of dialogue.
Oh, okay.
So they did. The only line of dialogue.
Well, I think then, I think it works. If you don't, I don't think he should be made too human. To be honest. Oh, forget her phone.
So this is Eileen Brennan, quite a famous actress. She's been in a lot of movies. Crazy Cat Lady.
Crazy Cat Lady.
You
think she's stereotyped as a crazy cat lady, or is she a crazy cat lady in this?
No, she's just a crazy cat lady in this. There's a lot of cats in this one.
Okay.
Yes, he's just literally said, look at this place. Yep, I mean, it looks like it's in the middle of the Louisiana Bayou.
Yeah.
And, like, some kind of weird vampire thing's going to come out and kill you. Or a hick hillbilly family, like the Hills Have Eyes.
There's a wee nod to part 2.
There's a wee nod. Well, no, on part 1 as well. Because they do it in this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
So,
I think part 2 was a bit more...
yeah.
Just more memorable.
I like
when he was on
this moment where Brennan kind of comes into shot and all you can see is, like, the cigarette glow.
Lighting up her face.
No, it doesn't even. You just see the glow from the cigarette.
Gotcha. Can't you give me a telephone, please? Oh, who doesn't have a telephone?
I know.
Love. It's not the
Till we see people. Oh no, she doesn't have a cigarette. I thought she did have a cigarette. I'm thinking of a completely different film.
You're mixed up with the Oracle in the Matrix. Prickwilla?
Herdwilla. It's one county back. The Poho.
Some odd names out there.
Well, that's where they filmed. They filmed it in Poho, California, but or Poho, Florida. Yeah.
How.
But this is, I didn't realize about working with animals.
Right.
The difficulty that it can provide.
Uh-huh.
And then whenever I think about it, trying to get my own dogs to sit for a photograph is a nightmare. And I always wondered how they got, like, animals to do certain things, like get up into the shot like this and get a good shot, and then them all to do this.
Yeah.
And it was always a really kind of, I was always like, how do they do this? How well trained are these animals? And especially animals like cats that you can't train. It always intrigued me. So I looked into this.
Mm-hmm.
They got the cats to do that by smearing tuna on the glass.
Oh, right.
They rubbed tuna just on the glass and then wiped it off,
okay.
which would still leave the smell.
Yeah.
And the cats then jumped up. And especially here, where they all start coming up, do you see the way they're all coming up? It was all smeared in tuna.
Interesting.
To get them to come up for this shot.
Very good. I thought there was something fishy about it.
Yeah.
Very good.
But I think that's clever. Because I would never have known that. So, I'd be like, how do we get these cats to jump up at this window and react like something's wrong?
Yeah.
If nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, here, we'll just throw some tuna up on the windows.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, that's a good tip to know if I ever decide to have a crazy cat lady in my next film.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just not going to help. Or does she eventually?
No.
This isn't the woman that called them, is it?
No, she's not the woman that called them. No.
Yeah, you see, that's not as effective as part 2.
Yeah.
You know, where he's in the field and the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
She came out very quickly there, didn't she?
Yeah, crazy
no
bastard.
fucking time.
She does look like a maniac.
I love the lighting behind that and everything. It's really good.
It is beautifully done.
And it just shows how, on such a small budget, how things like lighting, time of day that you film, location is everything. That is one powerful fucking gun.
I was going to say, is it rocket launcher?
To blow the shit out of that thing. But, you leave my cats alone! I think that's what she says here.
Oh, now you're manhandling me. Yeah, that was...
Oh, that'd be me out for days.
Oh, yes.
Get away from my babies, you sons of bitches!
Oh.
I knew there was something about her, like, trying to get him to get away from the cats.
I'll blow your fucking head off! My God.
You do see the flashes here, and...
It'd be hilarious if it cut to, like, a sequence like Daffy Duck, you know, whenever Elmer Fudd's shooting at him.
Yeah.
Like, woo, woo, woo! You'd see the monster just bouncing. Uh-oh.
But it's another great moment, this. I do like this. I think it's very effectively done. The art of manipulation, right?
Yeah, it is very old school in that respect.
Yeah.
It does go back to, I guess, not trying to overdo itself.
Yes. And trying to fool the audience into thinking that everything's fine. And then
is this
everything's not. No, everything's not. Everything's not fine.
Yeah. Oh, here. What a great shot.
Yeah, isn't it? I love how he tosses her here. Where you see this?
What did you bring into my house? His face again.
I know. I mean, this face. It's just like, love this.
Oh, hello.
So now, this is the first glimpse we're seeing of the face.
Yeah.
So we're like, what the actual fuck is going on here?
Wee!
Woo! Yeah. Just like tossed her away.
Sure, bye. I don't think they would even have time to drive away, really, if he wants them.
No, I mean, the way he's walking and stuff, he would have been at that bloody gate 10 seconds ago, do you know what I mean? But,
Come on.
Of course they are.
Cliche number 3.
Just dropped from the sky. I think this was the moment that I was kind of like, what? Because I thought I was going to see something like Urban Legends, Scream, where we had a serial killer. And then I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's going on?
Why is this guy like dropped from what is going on?
I think he looks great.
I think the creeper effects are amazing, and the problem I have with this film is that it's so dark. It's even the Blu-ray print is still very dark, and you don't see an awful lot.
I think that's why with part 2 a lot of it is much more clear, more open in the daytime, and there must have been a lot
more lights and things. Yeah, because as effective as it is to not see it, I love that kind of like Matrix jump, that kind of gravity defying moment. But I mean, you see it and it is clear, but it's like, oh, so much work has gone into this,
You see, if he had done what Dolph Lundgren does and showed down Little Tokyo, jumps over the Ferrari, that would have been cool.
What's also interesting, actually, is when we see his face, you see, obviously, the eyes are weird. Jonathan Breck, who plays the creeper, these contact lenses, he couldn't see.
Oh, really?
He could not. They made him blind. Not permanently.
No, well...
But when he put them in, he couldn't see anything, so he's trying to be directed through this moment, or these moments where he's supposed to be running and doing things, where he literally cannot see a thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
Shoo.
I don't understand why that time they had him and the other times.
Yeah, it wasn't like he wasn't. Oh.
Don't waste any fucking time, guys.
Yeah, right.
We've got to fill 90 minutes here. Let's let's just have them staring for a little while.
And slow it down.
Good girl, Trish. You know what. Love this.
Oh. It always seems to be...
She's so badass.
Yeah.
The girl... That's what I say. I've always said this. Females dominate horror films. A lot of people say that they're exploitative of women. They're not. No. The women are the ones that always come out on top.
Yeah.
They become the most resourceful, the strongest, the one that can outsmart them because they're not thinking with their dicks or their fannies. Yeah. They're thinking logically... Okay, I gotta get myself out of this situation. Some of them are dumb and get killed off just for the purpose of upping the body count. But a lot of them are like, we're way smarter than this.
Yeah. True.
But, and this is the moment where we first see...
Oh, he starts to mend?
Nope.
He looks a bit tired, doesn't he?
We start to see...
Get it? Tired?
Oh, very good, George. That was a good one.
That was good.
I think we're tired today from it. Too much commentary.
I should tread carefully.
And this is the moment where we see the wings for the first time.
Oh, yes. Hey, little butterfly.
Now, they Virgil actually desperately wanted to have use practical effects the whole way through this film. And they did actually create wings for Jonathan Breck to wear, but they were so heavy.
Oh, he got in a bit of a flap about it?
He did get in a bit of a flap about it. I don't know if he did, but I do know that they were very heavy.
Yes.
Wings, and they weren't able to use them because they weren't staying up
right.
They
would just droop.
Yeah.
As such.
And were very heavy for Breck to wear as well because of what they were made out of. Which I think there was a lot of leather involved and stuff, so they ended up using the CGI for the wings in the end, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But because it looked so fake there in that shot.
It did. Yeah.
And we're still at night in the bayou.
It is what it is.
It's murder in the bayou. But you better not feel the knife. Hey, in your back. Yeah. It's murder in the bayou.
Woo.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's mini jam.
Whenever I think back to this now, it's very... Is the girl that called him on the phone, is it a black actress?
Yeah.
Okay, yes,
correct.
so I have got the same, right, I'm on the right track.
And she comes to the police station.
I was going to say, I think she turns up around here. Yeah.
You got a taste for shit. Start stealing something good for a change.
There's not many Ferraris.
We live in fucking Florida, man.
Yeah.
It's pensioners and pedophiles. What kind of car do you think I'm gonna get?
mobility couch.
I mean, look at this. Missing persons board. Hey, do you think anyone's going to be driving a fucking decent car in that country? Don't think so.
It's the fact that there's so many missing and nobody's doing anything.
I know, right?
Oh, there's Bolo.
There's Bolo. What does that mean?
Bolo?
Bolo? Bolo.
Bolo Young.
No, what does Bolo mean?
I don't know. Bollo. No, I don't know.
Oh my god.
You're going to have to Google that.
I'm going to have to Google what Bolo means.
Bolo.
Bolo.
Oh,
Here comes pig fucker. I was simply reading what it said on the screen. Oh my god.
Where did that come from?
It said at the bottom of the screen, pig fucker, just as she walked in. That was not meant to be anything other than what I read.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my god. So yes, for the role of Giselle Hartman here, they wanted Tina Turner for that role. So let's get back to actually talking about the film. Yeah, they wanted Tina Turner for this role. I can't imagine her in this role, though. I can't imagine them picking someone of any who was well known.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Can you imagine Oprah Winfrey doing this?
No, not even. I think an unknown as such was a better choice. Yeah. Oh dear Lord, it's too funny.
Yes. Oh God.
I wonder where that.
Dreamed it.
And they haven't made her too daft. You know, like a lot of these people in the movies, these characters, are made out to be absolute fucking lunatics.
Yeah. They treat her like one, though. They treat her like this crazy psychic lady who doesn't know what she's talking about. She's kind of lost her mind. But she's obviously clearly very intuitive and she knows.
Yeah.
And
But get it right out there.
He knows that she's right.
Yes.
Because what she's saying has happened. It's like you. Oh, so here's the exposition for 23 days. The creeper comes out.
It gets to eat. Does it now?
I mean, that's kind of my face whenever I was watching Pinocchio.
Yeah. That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, so I wonder, is his character 23 in this? You know, so that...
Yeah, 22, 23, yeah.
Yeah. So he's like fresh meat.
Mm.
And does it delve into anything else that explains why the number 23 is so... No? Does it delve into anything else to explain?
I think in the sequel they talk about the 23-day cycle. It's something to do with the moon.
It's 23 years, 23
days.
For 23 minutes.
No. It's every 23 years for 23 days it gets to 8.
Yeah, okay, so...
And I think they do explain it in the sequel, a little bit as to why.
At the end you see the farmer waiting for the next time. Okay.
Be eating you.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, that's what I said to my dad last night.
Hey!
You. I really didn't.
No.
People just don't need to take us so literally whenever they listen. But yeah, like, so obviously he's going to have to eat a leg so he can walk. He's going to have to, she's saying he needs to eat lungs so it can breathe, and then obviously the tongue so it can talk, but we never got that moment.
We never got it. Look at that.
I know. Absolutely priceless.
It was like you leaving the Christmas party.
What Christmas party?
A Christmas party?
Huh?
No, you weren't as bad as that.
No.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. To think that I would... I know. And to think that anybody would make fun of somebody that walks like that.
With one leg.
Would I ever? Never have I ever.
Never have I ever.
I do like this finale though.
Are we already at the finale?
Yeah, this is it. We're at the end now. This is the end where they're in the police station, and
I've made up a lot more scenes in my head of what actually went on in this, and it hasn't happened. So clearly I've been thinking of things
from part 2.
Either from part 2 or just what I kind of had hoped maybe had happened in this.
I mean, for a film, a low budget film, it's effective, but its pacing is just, I think it's the right length of time. I think 84 minutes is what this film runs in at, so you
short
know
enough.
It's short, it's to the point. It's got the right amount of dialogue and action, I think.
Yeah.
And suspense to kind of even it all out.
Bit of suspenders, never hurt anyone. But yeah, it's
heads up, gents.
Oh, thank you very
That's
much.
what he said. And I think this is where he kind of like find the
he's over there.
And he's in the cell like eating.
Is that oh no, it's not.
Show some
skin.
Yeah, he's used to saying that.
Wrong cell. Oh, holy Jesus.
Now we've got a naked monster running around the show.
This is the full reveal.
Yeah.
See, that there would be fucking terrifying, without a doubt.
Yeah, 100%.
I wouldn't even
that is the scariest
letting
thing.
those people out of their cells. I would be gone. No, thank you.
And obviously they have the wings on the back of him there and stuff, but
oh, yum.
So he's had to take an arm and a leg. He's really taking the arm out of it, isn't he?
It's just the arm and a leg thing. Probably cost them that. But yeah, it's a site that I would not want to come across.
No.
Ever.
Not like that.
Hey, you kids come with me. I've got some candy in the back store for you.
I got candy in the truck.
And then she's like, you just go home. Oh, where did you get those papers? Yeah.
See, so she's seen the end, of the film where it's playing on the phonograph and he's had his eyes chopped out.
I hear her play.
And they actually think that it's her.
Mm-hmm.
They think that it's Trish.
Who's doing the murders?
No, they think it's Trish that's the one screaming.
Oh,
they're not sure, even at this stage, who it is.
Right. Tubbs.
Of course it's Tubbs.
You ever seen a wider police force? Oh, yeah. America.
I'm surprised they haven't beat the shit out of Giselle there.
For just talking.
Just for a politics sake, during the whole movement and that.
Yeah.
But great moment.
It's like an interior take on Assault on Precinct 13.
Oh, I do love Assault on Precinct 13. The original.
Yes.
Although the remake wasn't bad.
The remake was not terrible. Nope.
Look at that moment. It's like, poof.
He's a pouty face man. There actually isn't a black cop.
Mercy's her bad.
You what?
Shit. They took a bite out of him, I'd be like, fuck that.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah. Oh, that's the American Police Force motto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest fucking body armor you've ever seen.
I mean, would you think it was body armor?
No.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, this thing is not real.
No,
this thing is unnatural. We're dealing with a fucking monster. I wouldn't
yeah,
care how crazy I sounded.
He's quite obviously a creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. But could you imagine if there was more of them?
Put me in a straitjacket, but this motherfucker's gone. What a line. And away goes Tubbs up into the air.
Woo! It is hilarious, all the same.
It is. I mean, this is where it veered into like the ridiculous.
Yeah.
And a lot of the tension and suspense have been taken away because we now know what we're dealing with.
Yes, had they... Well, I mean, that reveal was quite disturbing and satisfying, yes. But yeah, disturbing because the fact that he had broken through the bars let you see the power that he actually has. Oh, yes.
Whoa.
Oh, he must have just spit blood on him. Oh, there we go.
Another heart. Jesus Christ, how many hearts does this thing need? Lovely shot.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting blood splatter, isn't it?
Interesting blood splatter and also interesting
That's
breathing.
Yeah.
You've really got no reason to breathe there, mate. I mean, your heart's gone. You're pretty much DOA. I love that. It's like
it's comical.
It is.
Please get me. Yeah, let's shoot the shit out of our station.
I know, yeah, let's fuck up our station and claim taxpayers' money to replace it. Because who's going to believe us that a giant monster's just been wandering around?
So they could literally be...
They could be gone. They could be away.
Come on.
All three of them could be out of there.
Oh, they locked
Of course they... Oh, really? That in fucking the arsehole of nowhere in Florida, they have a police precinct that locks automatically? I don't fucking think so somehow, sweetheart.
No. Sorry.
I love the moment where it crawls on the wall here, where it comes around the corner and then like runs down the wall.
Like a big cockroach.
Yeah. Dream up something useful, yep.
It does get a wee bit silly, doesn't it? Dialogue-wise,
it is quite cheesy. Whenever you actually read it, it's like, do you know what I have to say? If I was an actor and I got a script like this and I was reading that, I'd be like, oh my god, how am I going to play this? Because I think I would be laughing.
Yeah, it's...
like, fuck, how do I say this seriously? But that's all part of an actor's job.
Bring it to the screen. So, sorry. So she's alright. She's like, just you get out of here. It can take me. She's obviously sick of seeing visions.
Yeah.
But it leaves her,
like,
isn't that right?
No, I don't think it does. I'm not sure, I can't remember. See, so they are assuming that it's Trish.
Yeah.
That's the one that they're hearing screaming.
Yeah.
In the basement.
Ah. Okay. It's all coming back to me now. Are your dreams ever wrong?
She doesn't know shit. Here it is. Love it.
Again, would you not be shitting your pants for
fucking right it would. I'd be like, what the fuck is this thing doing? Running along the wall. I love that shot.
Yeah.
It's a great moment.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, the Lord's Prayer wouldn't save you for shit.
No.
Definitely. I thought it killed her. I thought it like drops down and kills her. But
yeah. There we go.
Oh no, it does leave her alone. Yeah, it's necessary. It doesn't have anything that she had once.
Yeah, the smell of her shampoo. She's like, oh,
I like the smell of my own brand.
I think if you survived that there, if that just was the least thing that happened to you, or you would be like, oh, I'm good with life now.
Yeah.
I can take on anything if I just had this creature.
And then you go and stand in front of a bus and you go, come on, baby! And then that's it. That's the last thing you ever remember. Last time anyone ever sees you. I'm sorry, there's got to be chairs in that room. Throw a fucking chair through the window or something.
No.
It's an empty room. Whee!
This is probably where the policemen wrestle.
Oh, it must be, actually.
Uh-oh. Now, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The two-way.
Yeah, I love the two-way mirror.
Do you have one?
No, I don't.
No? We have one fitted in our bathroom.
That is disturbing.
Oh, yes. That's just very, very odd. Very odd.
Yeah. Why do you have a two-way mirror in your bathroom?
Nah, just for,
It's fine.
A wee bit of crack.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to dance. Leave me alone.
No, I know. It almost looks like a rape scene, doesn't it? Like, don't get off me, get off me. Stop it.
Oh, well, that was pants.
I don't know why I didn't come through the two-way screen. Though.
Yeah.
There was a table. They could have chucked the table. There's a chair. Yeah. Told you. They could have chucked a bloody chair out the window.
I think he brought that in with him.
Oh, did I? And he came bursting through the door.
Oh, hello. Head and shoulders.
Knees and toes, knees and toes.
Oh, you use conditioner.
He's giving her a right sniff, like, isn't he?
Is that mouthwash? Maybe he's not.
So they weren't actually. This is another thing. Very much like what they did with Scream. With the guy that voiced Ghostface, is that none of them were allowed to. None of them knew what he looked like.
Oh.
They never met him on set. They just spoke to him on the phone. So they genuinely all spoke to this person on the phone.
Okay.
With the Creeper,
wow.
Justin Long and Gina Phillips were not allowed to meet Jonathan Breck.
Oh,
before.
so they couldn't work up a nice kind of relationship.
So that whenever they were with him,
yes,
that there was maybe an element of genuine fear. I love that.
Shit.
It's one of the best effects.
That is
sequences. It reminds me of The Strain, the television show The Strain.
The Strain, which and in Blade turn, Trinity. Blade 2.
Yeah, or Blade 2, yeah.
Blade 2, yes. So, do we see that again in part 2? Because I don't ever
I would need to revisit part 2 to see if we do see that again, but I did love that moment.
That is like a gorgeous effect.
Yeah.
And it would be wasted if it's not in part 2, but I can't remember so much.
But I like the fact that they kept him away. Like they've seen him in the in the makeup from a distance and things like that there, but they never met him. So they never spoke to Breck. They never communicated with him in any way. He just appeared on set and did this here.
Gosh.
So you can imagine, you'd be like, who the fuck is this guy holding me by the throat? I've never spoken to this man. Is he gonna kill me? And this was when they realized, it was particularly in the PlayStation scene here, that they realised that the wings were too heavy. And that's why they took them away completely. But they did originally shoot it with the original wings.
Yes.
And then took them away and put the CGI in because they were just too heavy.
Bit of a flying visit.
It was a flying visit. Good one.
It's just swinging it. Oh. Bam, bitch.
Straight out the window they go.
There we go. And you've lost them. Guys, come on, seriously.
I know.
If they had started shooting like randomly.
Do you know what? You just take the hit, right? She got out of there quick.
Wow, you see now why couldn't you done that?
I know, it clearly wasn't locked on lockdown.
Nope.
Fuck's sake. Stupid effect, I hate that.
Yeah, it's kind of silly, isn't it? It actually looks like a horse with wings.
Yeah, like a peg, and then just vanishes into thin air. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I love this shot where it comes away from her out into the sky.
Yeah. I bet you she enjoyed doing this.
I mean, that, to me, see, shots like that, they convey so much more than just it being a nice shot.
Yeah.
This is like her world is literally closing in around her. Everything's going. She's lost everything, and the darkness is enveloping her. I love that.
Oh, I just went home to get another denim shirt on. I'm back. Oh dear. Wonder if she's going to believe her now.
But I always thought that the sequel should have gone with Trish's revenge story. Because it's set in the same... Oh, whoopsie, sorry. Set in the same time frame, the sequel. It's only set, I think, a few days after, or a day or two after.
So it's the same 23-day period?
Yes.
Okay.
But I think that they could have had Trish being like, I'm going to find my brother. Or kill this motherfucker once and for all, but they obviously went on a different route for whatever reason. Obviously, Victor Salva had an idea for a sequel that was bigger and less personal.
More naked guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's totally separates them, like they are. You could almost watch part 2 without having to have seen part 1.
Oh, you don't need to have seen part 1 to understand what's going on in part 2.
Yeah.
Well... maybe to understand what's going on, but certainly not to enjoy it.
No.
Because the second one is more enjoyable.
Oh, that's my brother. He's now a crow.
He's reincarnated as a crow. Her hair's got generally messy there, hasn't it? But I always kind of wondered why she never appeared in more. But
yeah.
She's not a great actress. But I don't think Justin Long's a terrific actor either.
No,
so.
I just enjoy it. I like his... he's got a nice wee comical kind of thing about him.
Yeah. And so the Creepers found a new place. The church was... Because they say the church was on fire.
Yes, that's
during this film.
Yeah.
So he burnt down the church to get rid of any evidence and is now taking up this new place of residence.
Too much.
Also, an interesting fact about the end of this film as well is that Jonathan Breck had played the Creeper the whole way through the film. And in this final scene, where the Creeper steps in behind Justin Long, Justin Long's kind of skinned body.
Oh yes, yeah.
It's actually Justin Long in the Creeper makeup, because it had to be Justin Long's eyes, because they'd taken the eyes.
Oh yeah.
So they actually had to put Justin Long in the Creeper makeup to go in behind to look through.
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Which a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, well, now they do.
Yeah.
All three of yous.
Oh, all three of us. I just love those little like tidbits that people like don't know or don't think of. Maybe takes away the magic for them, but
makes sense.
This is Justin Long in the Creeper makeup here.
Still not as cute anymore, but you know, wings are a wee bit tiny, sizes and everything. So I have a few questions though. The fact that this monster, is he human? Is he not? Is he a demon? What the F is he? But how did he learn how to drive?
Yeah. Golly gee.
I'm getting to the age and the point where I wouldn't mind just getting a bodysuit like that.
Yeah, I mean, right?
Oh. It's a great effect though.
It is. It's a great practical effect, and I do really like it. And I love that they had Justin Long
Where'd you get those
being
eyes?
the makeup.
Yeah.
So that it was his actual eyes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So what's your questions?
Well, it was just that main thing about how human is he?
Yeah.
You know, that would probably be something, as I said, about doing, possibly if Netflix were to do a show, that would be of an interest to me, because this confuses me as to the human side of the beast, as opposed to is he a monster? Have we, where's he come from? So
also, interesting tidbit, you sing the song here that they're using, Hush, 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 Here Comes Boogeyman. That was the original title of the film.
Oh.
And that was the song that he was supposed to hear before Salva then changed it to Jeepers Creepers. Right. But he kept that song in just over the
So it was going to be called Hush?
No, it was going to be called Here Comes the Boogeyman.
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And that's what the original
there was
title
that terrible movie that came out around the same time called Boogeyman.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. No. Hush, hush, hush.
Here comes the Boogeyman.
I was initially going to call The Last Light, my third movie, going to call it Shh.
Yeah.
Shh. In fact, I didn't even want to call it anything. I just wanted it to be a sound, but nobody was buying it. As in buying the idea of it just being... Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Why not? I'll just do another one called Shh.
Yeah.
Shh.
And have it dialogue free. Just pure suspense.
That would be great.
And camera trickery, no...
People in suspenders in suspense.
Yeah, right.
What a movie. So yeah, I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to watch it again for at least another 20 years.
For another 23 years, you mean?
Oh, possibly.
Oh, see what I did there?
Yeah, unless something amazing comes out on its anniversary.
Yeah, doubt it. Well, I think they are in production or had been going to go into production, Jeepers Creepers 4 and bring Gina Phillips back.
Yeah.
But then lockdowns happened, so I haven't heard any updates on Jeepers Creepers 4 as of
So I wonder,
late.
was part 3 received well enough that they've, got a 4 out of it, or then
Maybe.
again it's Hollywood, they will dish out.
Well, look at the
amount of sequels.
Hatchet movies.
Yeah.
I mean, Hatchet, did it even go to cinemas? I think it did. It didn't make very much money, but it
No.
spawned 3 sequels so far.
That's right.
And Victor Crowley has become a bit of an horror icon from it. So sometimes you don't really even need the film to be successful. You just need one movie to be good in the horror genre, and you've got a franchise.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You're working.
And if you've got a good antagonist, creature, whatever, then you've got it.
Do you know what I'd like to do?
What?
A horror movie that I really love, that it was a small franchise, Sleepaway Camp.
Love Sleepaway Camp.
I absolutely adore it. Do you have it?
I have 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, but 4 is only like...
Maybe bring that with you next time.
Yeah, cool.
And we could do that.
Yeah.
Because I love it, and that last Oh my god. Say no more.
Say no more.
Anyway.
Crying game.
That was fun. That was a bit more of a tamer one that we've done.
That was a tamer one. We didn't take the piss out of it just as much.
No.
But that's because it's actually not terrible.
No. Should we do more movies like this where we don't take the piss out of it? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know if you want to hear serious, informative commentaries or if you just want to hear me and George just rip the shit out of... There you go.
Film. Additional Subterranean body castings, Barry Anderson.
Well, there we are. Yeah,
who made my lovely award.
Yay! So he did the Subterranean, so all the body casts like Darla and Kenny, he did all that.
Right.
Interesting. There we go.
Very good.
Yeah. So you guys can let us know. Do you want us to do more info? Fact-checked commentaries, or would you like just a complete and absolute piss take, because we can give you both.
We can blend.
We can blend drama and comedy. We can give you a dramedy. So we can.
Very nice. Well, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the movie as much as you did us.
Yeah.
Not that we made the movie, so we don't really care.
Oh, no animals were harmed in the making of this.
Well, that is a bonus.
It's an absolute bonus for a former vegan.
Absolute bonus. Oh, it was done in Ocala.
Yeah, Ocala,
we're friends
Florida.
in Ocala. Well, they're not there anymore. They've moved. But anyway, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Next week, will we do Sleepaway Camp next week? Or will we do... Or will we save that for our Halloween?
We'll save that for Halloween.
Okay.
Because that's one of your Halloweens.
That's one of my Halloweens.
So right. Next week it'll be a surprise.
Another one.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.